Hi friends, so today we're going to work on page 95, which is day 3 of spelling and grammar. And we're doing Journey to the Center of the Earth, and this is Latin roots. Let me read the directions to you. Circle 5 spelling errors in the article. Write the words correctly. Find a punctuation error and write the sentence correctly. I'm going to read the entire paragraph to you, and then I'll give you an example of what I found as a mistake. I'm already tired. It takes an accomplished athlete to compete in a decathlon. 10 separate competitions cover track and field events. These events take place in an auditorium on a variety of surfaces. The audience watches with great attention. One of these events is the javelin throw. With all his might, the athlete hurls the javelin. The groan of the effort is audible to everyone. The javelin competition can be won by as little as a decimeter or centimeter. The loser will naturally feel dejected. However, with 9 other events, anyone might win. So it says there are 5 spelling errors, and so let's look back. I found one of the first ones, which is decathlon. And I look over to the list and I say, oh, decathlon is misspelled, so I should write it correctly. And then on my list, I'm going to write decathlon spelled the right way, and I'm going to write it right here, and I'm going to write D-E-C-A-T-H-L-O-N, and they had misspelled it up at the top and added an extra syllable between the H and the L. So then I found one of my misspelling mistakes, and I'm going to make sure to look for the other ones like a detective. Take your time and recheck those and see which spelling mistakes you find. Then it says we have a punctuation mistake. So that means that comma possibly is out of place or not in place. And when we have however and it starts a sentence, we have to make sure that we put the comma right after it. And so that's missing it here, and that's why we need to add it. And then this sentence, the last one, will go here on line 6. So then you'll write this sentence here with the comma. So I'm going to slide this up a little more so you can see what I'm looking at. Under Proofread Words, you circle the word that's spelled correctly. So you should know this already. You've been practicing every day. So you're going to see audience, audience, and audience. And in the first one, the A in the middle is wrong. In the second one, it's spelled correctly, and in the third one, they switched the E and the I, and that's why those two are wrong. So I'm going to put X's on those, and I'm going to circle the middle one. That way I know what's correct. And so that's spelling for Latin roots. And now I'm going to look at the grammar workbook. So if you can get your grammar workbooks out, we're going to look at page 95 together. And on page 95, it's a test prep page. It says comparative and superlative adjectives. Read the letter of the adjective form that correctly completes each sentence. So very simple. It says most dinosaurs were blank than today's reptiles. And so we're going to look at the answers, and it says than, and I want you to remember that means to compare two things. So we're going to look at comparative. So we have most big, bigger, biggest, or more big. So more dinosaurs were bigger than today's reptiles. So we're going to circle bigger, and that's letter B, and that's how I'd answer that answer right there. Then I'd look at number 2 and say Tyrannosaurus Rex was the blank dinosaur of all, and because I have the words of all, those are clue words that I need to pick superlative form. And I'm going to say scary, more scary, scarier, or scariest. Well, the only one that has of all, which is superlative form, is scariest, and that's why I would circle D and understand that that's the reason, because it's comparing of all of them. So if you have any questions about page 95 in grammar or any questions about 95 in spelling, make sure you bring them to Zoom. Okay, talk to you later.